Hello and welcome to Home with Sarah Jane. In today's video, I'm going to be putting together our seasonal or holiday binder for our homeschool. If you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Sarah and I'm a homeschooling mom to two girls, ages 12 and 15. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by once again. I do really appreciate you. So a holiday or seasonal binder is pretty much what it sounds like. It is a binder that holds all of our seasonal or holiday, ideas that I want to incorporate into our homeschool. And what I like about keeping it in a binder is, for one, it's organized. I could separate it, for the season or holiday or however. And another is that throughout the year, sometimes I'll just randomly come across a seasonal item that I'm really interested in using in our homeschool, but it's not time. It's not the same time for that, piece of work or craft that I found that I need somewhere to store it. So I like to create a binder where it holds all of our seasonal and holiday, I guess we could say, goodies that I'm considering when it comes to, homeschooling. Now, this binder came in handy a ton when my kids were younger, especially in elementary school, because we did so much coloring and arts and crafts and seasonal work and holiday studies and, just a ton of things. This binder was always full. It was really large, when my kids were in elementary school. But as my kids are getting older, again, my kids are in 7th grade and 10th grade, this binder has gotten a little thin, and I'm okay with that. There are different seasons of homeschooling as well, and we just don't craft as much. So last year I actually kind of pulled apart our, seasonal or holiday binder, and I used that binder for something else. So I really missed it. Actually, I really missed having my seasonal holiday binder that I've kept since my kids are in elementary school. So I decided to go ahead and just put a small one together this year because, again, with my kids being older, we do a lot less crafts and like art projects that are seasonal or holiday based. We focus a lot more on actual art projects that go with their lessons and stuff. So I'm going to put another binder together. That's what I'm going to be showing you today. Okay, so I have all of my supplies ready, my stack of holiday and seasonal papers, my hole puncher, my binder, and my label maker. So let's jump in. Now, this holiday or seasonal binder has changed over the years for us. In fact, when I first started putting this binder together, I actually used to store these items in two different binders. I would put all of the holiday stuff in one binder and all of the work relating to the seasons, but not the holidays, in another binder. But back then we did a lot more arts and crafts, so those binders really needed to be kept separate because I had a lot more items in them, and also it just helped keep it even more organized. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention is that this binder wasn't necessarily something that I created all at once. I did build up to it over time. Now, you can definitely do this all at once if you want to, but for me, it was really just about, stumbling, I guess you can say. I was stumbling upon holiday resources or seasonal resources that I wanted to incorporate in our homeschool, but it wasn't the right time of year, or maybe that holiday just passed, but it was something that I still wanted to keep or hang on to and use in the future. So what I was really looking for was a way to store these resources that I came across, and that's kind of how I came up with this binder. Now, what's nice about this binder too is that you don't have to complete everything in the binder in one homeschool year. Whatever you have left over, you can just keep in the binder and use in future years. The majority of the items in our binder are free resources, again, that I just kind of stumbled across or found. But a great place to find some free seasonal resources is at the Homeschool Compass. Now, I will link them down below, but they really do have some cute seasonal poem bundles and craft ideas at the Homeschool Compass. So again, this is where I get a lot of our seasonal poetry and things. I just think that the illustrations on them are really, really pretty, and the poems are super cute, and again, seasonal. They even have some holiday stuff on there, so that's really fun. But the Homeschool Compass is a great place to find some free resources. But again, you can really just put anything in these binders that you come across, whether they're free or resources that you paid for. it's just really about keeping it organized for me. I really like to have everything kind of have a home. It just makes me feel better, and I'm less likely to overlook something that I want to incorporate if I know exactly where to go to find, certain resources. So that's another reason why I like to put these binders together. Another really great thing about these is that because, homeschooling is like forever changing, you can adjust, the work and the resources that you're hanging on to as well. So it doesn't have to be filled with, only coloring pages or anything like that. You can really personalize these items and resources that you find to your kids. And that is exactly why, even though my kids are in the 7th and 10th grade, that something like this binder is very helpful to me, because when your kids get older, it does get a little bit more challenging to find certain resources or items that you want to incorporate, seasonally or for the holidays. And when you come across something, you really do just want to use it or, print it so you don't forget about it. So that was another reason as well, is that I was coming across me finding something and then I would forget about it because I didn't print it out, or, I was like, oh, we'll just wait and see if I actually use it. But then again, I would forget. So again, that is exactly why I decided to kind of put things into a binder. And like I was saying, over time, our binder has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller, and it went from 2 binders to 1 binder, but it is still very helpful. And again, everything in this binder is something I feel my kids would enjoy. And this binder is also something that my kids can grab and, utilize. It doesn't necessarily just have to be me going into this binder and saying, hey, let's do this. My kids can grab this binder and say, I want to do a fall word search, and they know to go to fall and they can find something like that in that section. So it is really for the family, I guess you can say. When my kids were younger, this binder was something that I was using primarily, but like I was saying, as my kids got older, it started to become a resource that they would use as well. So, you could really use it however you would like to. If you don't want your kids going in and out of your binder finding things, that's totally fine too, because all of your work is organized for you when you are ready to incorporate it into your homeschool day. So that is it for today. That is what our seasonal binder is filled with and what it looks like and kind of how I put it together. Again, I do like to keep this binder just so I have everything in one spot. This is also very convenient for my kids as well. If my kids want to do something that is themed, it is all in this binder and they can pick out whatever they want whenever they want to do something. But that is it for today. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. And as always, thank you so much for stopping by. You have a great day. Bye.